I'm implementing a golden rule to help us stop getting scammed by NFT games, and I hope you follow along with this rule as well. Stay tuned. It's been about a year now since I started playing NFT games and looking through different play-to-earn projects, which ones I want to invest into, buy their tokens, buy their NFTs. And for a while when I started, there was many projects, and still many projects today, that are coming out with no team listed. It's all anonymous. There's maybe a first name provided with some, JPEG picture of what this person is represented by. And at first, when I was looking at these projects, when I was getting into these things, I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but okay, maybe they have a reason for being anonymous. I'll give it a pass and I'll still look at the project. Now, after about a year of doing this, I've decided there is no way I'm ever going to touch a project that doesn't have some of the team listed, full name, able to check and verify who they are. About every other day or so, as a content creator for YouTube around this space, I get a project reaching out to me saying, hey, would you do some promotional content for us and we'll give you some NFTs, we'll give you some tokens in return. Personally, I never want to mislead my community by giving false information or things that I don't believe, just for the sake of getting some tokens or free NFTs for myself. Which is one of the reasons I actually created my new podcast show, NFT Gaming Bites, because I was so tired of them asking for promotional content that I started saying, hey, I have a podcast here going each week. Sign up for the podcast. You'll get free content. I won't charge anything. You don't need to send me any NFTs, no tokens. Just come on the show, talk to me, talk to my community, let the community ask you questions so we can get to know you and build a relationship with me and my community. Here's what happens though when I offer this. Nothing. Like nothing. Hit respond again and still nothing. And it's just mind-blowing to me that so many of these projects won't take free content and willing to be on a podcast, a live show, and come on and talk to a community. To me, that shows me two things. One, either they don't really believe in their project, so they don't want to put their neck on the line. They don't want to come on and show everyone who they are. Or two, it's just simply a scam. So of course they want to remain anonymous because they're looking to rip people off and they don't want people to know who they are. To me, there's really no other explanation of this behavior. So from these experiences, I developed my golden rule. If I can't see them, if I can't hear their voice, I'm not going to touch their project. Not going to buy their NFTs, not going to invest in their tokens. Sorry, I'm done. Now, my golden rule doesn't have to be about my content or my podcast. I don't really care where they do it. But as long as I can see their face, hear their voice, it could be their own AMAs, it could be other content creators, it could be Discord, their website, whatever it is, these creators of these projects that are asking people to put in their hard-earned money need to show who they are. Not only does this help us avoid scams because people who are anonymous might be scamming us, but it also helps us if we get to actually hear the team member's voice, see their face, have them talk about their project, cast their vision. That type of content is what helps us determine if we actually believe in the team. It's easy to write a bunch of things on a white paper, but when you have to actually confront them and hear their voice and see how they talk about the project, usually most of us can get a good emotional read on the people, help to see if we actually trust and believe and agree with what they're saying. Body language, tone of voice matters just as much, even maybe more than the words they're actually saying about their project. So if I want to trust in a team to build a good game and build a good ecosystem, then I need to hear and see how they talk about their project. Now, I will give the caveat that there are some scenarios where certain people in these projects need to remain anonymous. I've talked to a couple projects who said, hey, here are the main people on our team. There are a couple other people that are working on this project that we cannot reveal yet because they're still, working part-time and maybe working for another company on the side as well. And what I've heard, because NFTs are such a dirty word, they're really just looked down upon in the world scope outside of the NFT community. So some companies actually say, hey, if you're caught really messing around with NFTs or promoting this thing, that's going to hurt our company. So we're going to have to let you go. Of course, in that case, yes, it makes sense for those team members to remain anonymous. However, at least the founder or CEO or some of the marketing team or some of the developers, you can have at least a portion of the high level up people on your project. Those people, I think, at least need to be unanonymous, and if there are other people out there that need to be anonymous on the team, okay, that's fine. Now, does this golden rule mean we may miss out on a couple opportunities that pump up in price? Sure, but you know what? I'm fine with that. I would rather miss out on a couple projects that maybe somehow anonymously get the marketing done, they pop off, and their prices of NFTs and tokens go up. I'm fine missing that to avoid the scams. You talk to anyone in investing in any kind of field, what they say is the most important thing is to minimize your risk so that you can keep investing time and time again and slowly build things up. Plus, I would rather be invested into a project where I like the team and I can get behind them. And if they are proud about their project and if they are excited and they're casting vision, I think that will be a lot more contagious than just simply an NFT or token pumping for a little bit before it crashes. So if we're looking at this long term and really trying to find games that are going to last, 2 to 5 years and really grow over time, the team is the most important thing. And if you can't get to know the team, that is a huge problem for me and a huge red flag. I want to hear your thoughts though. Do you agree with this golden rule? I'm implementing it. Are you implementing it? Let's talk in the comments below and in our Krill Crew Discord that you can join. I'll see you there. Adios. Peace out. Paalam.